Welcome to the first Beloved Community Transformation series of this academic year. My name is Rachel Bryant. I'm the Vice President of the Division of Belonging and Community Engagement, and I'm here with my co-host for this series, Shirley Strong.
Hello, everyone. I'm Shirley Strong, or I am the former Dean of Students and Director of Diversity. And I continue to love and admire CIIS and look forward to any opportunity I can find to be connected to it. So I'm glad to be here today.
Thank you. And just so everyone knows, this concept of beloved community, while it's not Shirley's own, she's made it her own, and she has held the legacy and the conversation around beloved community for a while at CIS, in many iterations and programs. And so really happy to have you continue on with us, Shirley. I feel like we should start at the beginning and just define beloved community for people.
So I define beloved community as an inclusive, interrelated consciousness based on love, justice, compassion, responsibility, shared power, and a deep respect for all people, places, and things that radically transforms individuals and institutions. A both and kind of thing. That's a mouthful, I know, but it's the kind of thing where you don't want to leave anything out. Now,
Mhm.
the late Bell Hooks defined beloved community slightly differently, but equally important. She defined it as beloved community is formed not by the eradication of difference, but by its affirmation, by each of us claiming the identities and cultural legacies that shape who we are and how we live in the world. I think that's really important. We don't need to all look the same, be the same, you have the same experiences, share the same philosophy, and or any of that. It's our own uniqueness that we bring to beloved community. Now let's
Mm.
talk a little bit about the history so you have a complete picture. Beloved community, often people think of King when they think about beloved community,
Yes.
but it was originally formed by a man named Josiah Royce. He was a um, 19th century theologian, and he was at the King was at the school that he was at originally. His definition is every proposed reform, every moral deed is to be tested by whether and to what extent it contributes to the realization of beloved community. And he went on to say, when one cannot find the beloved community, we need to take steps to create it. And if there's no evidence of its existence, then the rule to live by, this is my absolutely favorite part, is to act so as to hasten its coming. That used to and still does give me goosebumps. It's just sort of saying you can't just talk about it or to have it a concept. You have to make it real. You have to make it come alive in your life and in the lives of others.
And it's urgent. There's urgency in this message from Josiah Royce as well.
Especially these days, more than anything else, this is the rule to live by, to act so as to hasten its coming. All right, let's talk a moment about what King said about it. I won't go into a lot of detail, but he basically said the aftermath of nonviolence is the creation of beloved community. The aftermath of violence is tragic bitterness.
I have a question for you there, Shirley, in the context of King's first statement. The aftermath of nonviolence is the creation of beloved community. When and why do you feel King threaded in the practice of beloved community? What was the context and the time that he started using these words?
It was after the bus boycott ended in 1956. It started in 55 and ended the beginning of 56. They won their suit, both state and federal, to integrate the buses and in Montgomery, Alabama. And so when people won and were going back on the buses, he said to them, now is the time to exhibit or manifest beloved community. And he was hoping that there could be a reconciliation in the community. There had been a year-long struggle, a battle for desegregation of the city buses, and the African American community had won. He wanted to kind of heal the community, bring it back together. So that's why he used this term.
Thank you. Okay.
Now, here for me is kind of an important piece. King believed that beloved community, if it's going to become a reality, we have to have both a transformation of values and a deep restructuring of institutions. It's a both and. He said it in his Beyond Vietnam speech a year before his death. And many people believe to the exact date, a year to the exact date of his death, many people believe this is what got him killed. So both a transformation in our values on an individual and collective level, and a deep restructuring of our institutions. Now, Grace B. Lee Boggs is one of my favorite people, and she asked the question, I wonder how things would be different if we'd been able to combine Malcolm's Black power, Black liberation with King's beloved community. She said different both interracially and intraracially. And for me, that's the $64,000 question. What would things look like if we had been able to do that successfully? King didn't believe it would just magically come to pass one day. He felt that if beloved community is to happen, we have to first have an ideal that see it as an ideal that must be envisioned and then achieved. And he hoped, and this is the key right now for me, he hoped that future generations would commit their lives and resources to its achievement. That's you and me and everybody that comes after us. That's the work I think I feel called to do, and I hope others are as well.
Thank you for all of that context, your passion for beloved community, your leadership in beloved community comes through, Shirley. But where did all that come from? Like, how did you get started in both relating to beloved community and then practicing it and teaching about it? Where does that come from in your lived experience?
Well, I was doing the work of social justice, and I again won't go into a lot of details. And I began to feel there was something missing, and I thought it was kind of a little frustrated, more than a little frustrated, and disappointed. And I felt that the missing ingredient was the combination of spirituality and activism. I mean, I think we needed to bring the two together. Many people have said that they feel that was lost at some point over the course of our struggle for justice and human rights, and that if we're going to get there, I think we have to, and I call it beloved community, we have to reinsert spirituality, not religion, not anything that's exclusive or, but something that's broad and deep and that encompasses all of our worldviews when it comes to spirituality. We have to bring that into the work, and we have to come from that place for ourselves and with others. And so I felt that was the missing ingredient, and I called it beloved community. And our question to all of you is, what would you call it? Not beloved community, but what would you call that missing ingredient that I'm suggesting we need if we're going to be successful in our social justice and human rights campaigns?
We really appreciate you being here with us. And as Shirley said, we're opening up the conversation for questions about what Shirley has said so far, but also wanting to hear from you. What words do you use? Thank you, everyone.